Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer. We've all been there, right? You're lying in bed, the room is perfectly quiet, your eyes are squeezed tightly shut, but your brain just absolutely refuses to turn off. It is a deeply, deeply frustrating feeling. You toss, you turn, and you just watch the clock tick closer and closer to morning, wondering what on earth is wrong with you.
So it really begs the ultimate question. Why won't your brain just shut off? Think about your own nights. Why is it that when you are the absolute most exhausted, literally physically drained from a long day, your mind suddenly decides it's the perfect time to run a mental marathon? You're the main character in this incredibly annoying nightly drama. But what is actually happening behind the scenes in your body? Well, here's the truth. Insomnia, it's not random. It is biology. Actually, I want you to completely let go of that self-blame right now. You are not failing at sleep. Millions of people struggle to fall asleep every single night, and it's not just bad luck. Sleep is simply a biological reaction to the signals we send our bodies throughout the day. It's a complex system, and, like any system, it can be debugged once you finally understand the code.
Which brings us to Section 1, the science of sleeplessness and reading the body's signals.
And into Section 2, cortisol versus your brain, or the always-on mind.
You see, the fundamental problem here is that our brains just don't come with a simple off switch. When the physical distractions of the day finally fade away, your brain just starts overthinking, worrying, and spinning its wheels. Meet cortisol. It's a stress hormone that actively tells your body to stay awake and stay alert. When you stress, or when you start overanalyzing literally everything in the dark, your cortisol completely spikes. It acts as a biological alarm system, aggressively preventing you from getting the rest you so desperately need. So, how do we actually shut down that internal alarm? Well, here's your immediate fix for that overactive, racing mind. First, try writing your thoughts down before bed. Just empty everything out of your brain and onto a piece of paper. Getting it out of your head and onto the page signals to your brain that the information is safe and it can finally be put away. Second, practice deep breathing. This physically calms your nervous system down and helps lower those highly elevated cortisol levels. Now, these aren't just, casual suggestions. They form an absolutely crucial nightly protocol. You need to create a dedicated 30 to 60-minute wind-down routine before bed. You have got to stop working entirely during this window. No heavy thinking, no stressing over late emails. Just engage in relaxing activities like reading a book or listening to some calm music. Setting up this routine is exactly how you physically signal to your brain that the day is over and it's time to smoothly transition right into sleep mode.
All right, Section 3, the blue light trap and artificial daylight.
So, we just talked about internal signals, right? Like stress. But what about the external signals we're literally beaming straight into our eyeballs? Your phones, your TVs, your laptops, they all emit blue light. And this light actually tricks your brain into thinking the sun is still up. This leads directly to melatonin depletion. Melatonin is the absolutely crucial hormone that helps you sleep. It is the biological master key to your entire sleep cycle. But when you just stare at screens late at night, that artificial daylight actively blocks your body's ability to even produce melatonin. You are chemically forcing your brain to stay awake just by doom scrolling. Luckily, there's a totally straightforward fix to get that melatonin flowing again. Step 1, avoid all screens at least 30 to 60 minutes before hitting the pillow. Just tie this directly into that wind-down routine we just talked about. Step 2, look, if you absolutely must look at a device, you have to use blue light filters or switch your screens to night mode. Basically, if you manage your devices, you manage your hormones. Moving to Section 4, fixing your broken clock and understanding the circadian rhythm. Your body actually runs on a super strict 24-hour internal clock. It governs exactly when you feel alert and when you feel tired. But let's be real, think about our weekday schedules versus our weekends. Most of us are super rigid from Monday to Friday, right? But then on the weekend, we stay up way too late and we sleep in. This constant whiplash is exactly why you feel wide awake at midnight on a Sunday, but incredibly sluggish and sleepy during the day on a Monday. Your body basically has absolutely no idea what time zone it's supposed to be operating in. So here is absolutely the best cure for that broken internal clock of yours. Go to bed and wake up at the exact same time, every single day. Yes, even on weekends. Strict consistency is what completely locks in that circadian rhythm, ensuring your body naturally knows when to power down at night and exactly when to wake up energized in the morning, all without a struggle.
Section 5, hidden sleep killers and the caffeine trap. Okay, so we've tackled our thoughts, we've tackled light, but what about the chemicals we're just blindly sipping on? Take that supposedly harmless mid-afternoon cup of coffee. 6 to 8 hours. That is exactly how long caffeine can linger in your system. It doesn't just mysteriously vanish an hour after you finish the cup. It has a remarkably long lifespan inside your body. That means if you drink a quick espresso at 4 p.m. just to get through a boring meeting, a significant amount of that stimulant is still actively flowing through your bloodstream at midnight. It is completely ruining your ability to sleep. To fix this, you've just got to set a firm rule. Avoid caffeine after mid-afternoon, around 2 or 3 p.m. This is a clear, totally actionable boundary. By setting this hard cutoff, you're ensuring that the chemical signal of caffeine is fully muted and processed completely out of your body long before you even try to go to sleep. And finally, Section 6, taking back your night by optimizing your environment. Your physical environment is basically the final, absolutely crucial set of sleep signals you're sending to your brain. And honestly, these tweaks are incredibly simple. Light, noise, and temperature deeply affect your sleep. Want the perfect sleep environment? Keep the room cool and as pitch dark as possible. Reduce the ambient noise, block out the traffic, block out the noisy neighbors, and use comfortable bedding. Make your bed a physical sanctuary that signals pure, undisturbed relaxation to your brain.
If you take absolutely anything away from our explainer today, let it be this summarizing truth. Fix the signals and the sleep will follow. If you can't sleep, you aren't broken. It is just your body reacting exactly how it is supposed to based on the data you keep feeding it. Lower the cortisol with a wind-down routine, bring back the melatonin by ditching those screens, fix your biological clock with pure consistency, cut out the afternoon caffeine, and optimize your physical bedroom. You are entirely in control of these biological signals. Change them, and you will fix your sleep.
Which brings us to the end. And I really want to throw this back to you now. Which of these is affecting your sleep the most? Be honest with yourself. Is it the late-night overthinking, the glowing blue screens, or maybe that sneaky afternoon coffee habit? Drop a comment and let me know. And hey, if you enjoyed this explainer, make sure to follow for more science-based health tips where we turn complex research into clear, actionable steps. Sleep well, everyone!